Hey everyone, and welcome to episode 4 of Center Queen's Ramblings. I'm impressed we've made it this far. We've covered roughly, I think, about a third of Nacirema Naidni. I'm going to check here. Excuse me, my voice is a little rough today. Yeah, we've covered about a third of Nacirema Naidni. Well, maybe. I still got a long ways to go yet. But before we start, I should apologize for the horrible video quality of my videos. I shoot on a school-issued Chromebook. If you haven't watched my videos before, they're not the best for video taking, but they get the job done for me. Also, I have the computer on my lap at the moment, which is why it's a little shaky. And it's a little cold outside today. It snowed the past couple days, so I'm wearing a blanket. Also, I am reading off a document I created, so that's why I'm not always looking at the camera. My fish tank's water levels are getting a little lower, so you might be able to hear the filters gurgling once again. I'm kind of procrastinating on filling them back up, but we'll see what happens. Also, Bramble, my betta fish, who wasn't feeling good in the last episode, he's feeling a lot better. I think he's going to pull through, but we'll see. Also, about the baby chicks. I did finally have a baby chick hatch. I'm going to show you guys a picture. Jasmine hatched Sunday, December 15th. She did have a little sibling, but it didn't hatch underneath the hen, so it froze, unfortunately. So that ties into my later story on this. So here is Jasmine. She is super sweet, very cute. Here's Jasmine with her mom, her foster mother, Jalexi. She's super cute. But Jasmine unfortunately passed away on Monday because I don't know what happened exactly, but I came home from school and went to go let my kittens out in the Bantam coop, and I caught a chicken carrying Jasmine around. At first, I thought it was the dead baby chick that I'd fed to the kittens earlier that day. But then I realized that crumbs. It's not. I fed that to the cats. It's gone. So I didn't manage to save Jasmine. So I did put more eggs under her mom, Jalexi, to see if she'll hatch them out. I might have another egg hatching within a week or so. Jocelyn, one of my silkies, is sitting on one. I did not remember to write down the date, which is very unusual for me, so I do not know when it's going to hatch, but I will keep you guys updated on that. Also, we had a movie night the other day, and we ended up watching Dunkirk, which I've been really, really, really wanting to watch ever since I learned that Harry Styles was an actor in it. His one and only acting career. So, it was really good. My siblings were entirely against it, as they both absolutely detest Harry Styles or anything to do with One Direction. So that really irks me. It's our fighting point here most of the time, because anytime I mention One Direction or Harry Styles, Niall Horan, Louis Tomlinson, Zayn Malik, or Liam Payne, she just blows up. She's like, yuck. So that's our current argument, because I cannot speak about them without her gagging in the background. So it was Dunkirk really was good. The only reason I got to watch it was because our dad wanted to watch it, and he ruled over my siblings. So that was kind of nice that I finally got to watch something I really wanted to watch for a really long time. And I've read a lot of books about war, so I actually kind of had the picture of what it's like, a living hell on Earth, essentially. But my parents were kind of shocked about that, that there was that then, like, you didn't know? So it was just kind of funny. But it was a very emotional movie. The only reason I stayed calm throughout it, too, was that I'd seen spoilers about Harry Styles not dying, because knowing me, figuring I'd never watch it, I double-checked to make sure he didn't die. So he didn't die, fortunately, so there was a few cases where I wasn't sure, but I only managed to stay calm because I knew he didn't die. Anyways, on to the whole purpose of this video, the Centaurs. We're going over pairs 6 through 7 this time. Chihiro and Yutoa are pair number 6, and as far as I can remember, this particular pair does not have a backstory on them, so I apologize for kind of just skirting right through them because they do not have much on them. So Chihiro and Yutoa have one son named Yato. He's 7 years old. And one thing about their names, so Chihiro I originally named Tahir, but that was my special name for a different character. So I ended up putting a O on it to make it different. Yutoa was kind of the same way. I almost named her Yato, which was a boy's name, so I had to put an A on it to make it feminine. Chihiro and Yutoa have been married for about 11 years now. Chihiro when he was 7 and Yutoa when she was 6. Chihiro's a gray stallion with short, whitish blonde hair and gray eyes. His name doesn't have a meaning, considering I made it up, kind of, but his alternate name is Basil, which means royal or kingly. He is 18 years old, and his parents are Babbling Brook and Snowflake. And at this point, going over these names, I'm really wondering what I was doing at that time, naming them, because these are really, really bad. And he was 10 years old at Yato's birth. So Yutoa is a blue-roan mare with long black hair and blue eyes. Her name also does not have a meaning, but her alternate name is Azura, which means sky blue. She's 17 years old, and her parents are Roaring Creek and Singing Water. She was 9 at Yato's foaling. See, on to pair number 7, Tawa and Marjani. So Tawa is one that I kind of see as a younger character. He's ironically the only one of my original Centaurs who has a sibling. Well, besides Nuda, but she doesn't count as she was added into that later. So Tawa and Marjani have a single daughter, Lamasi, who is 7 years as well. Marjani is just a very plump character in my mind's eye. I'd see her as a very cheerful, upbeat mare who has a tendency to be just slightly plump, kind of like Bess from Nancy Drew. See, her and Tawa have been married for about 8 years now, ever since they were 6 years old. And Tawa is a Palomino stallion with short blonde hair and hazel eyes. His name means sun, and his alternate name is Aishan, which means Lord of Wealth or Sun, which really does not make sense for him, but oh well. He's 14 years old, a year younger than his older brother, which means a really, really quick turnaround for his dam and her getting pregnant literally less than a month after her first foal, which literally does not happen. Depending on how easy the birth was, that affects how soon they'll come back into heat. So her first foal must have been super easy. So to have that quick of a turnaround, which is not normal. Normally it takes about 2 months, unless this guy was born a month early, which I do not think happened. Yeah. So his parents are Bright Sun and Little Sun. Do the names sound familiar? I did mention them in my last video for any of you who are wondering, so I might give them to you at the end of this video. We'll see if I'm feeling generous enough. Anyways, he was 7 years old when Lamasi was born. And Marjani is a red mare with short blonde hair, which short hair is extremely unusual for centaur mares. They normally have past shoulder length hair, even longer than that. And I do believe I've covered this fact before, so I will not delve into it again, as we've already mentioned it. And she has amber eyes. Her name means coral, and her alternate name is Coral, which means coral. Wow. That's a lot of coral. She's 14 years old, and her parents are Rain Patter and Snowfall. She was also 7 at Lamasi's foaling. And that is all I have for this time. I apologize for the incredibly short video, but I do promise to give you guys an extra long one next time, as we will be going over a ton of important details. Because we'll be meeting the main characters in my Centaur stories. So I'm really excited to finally share them with you. It probably will be a really long video. They are extremely complicated characters with a lot of important details that I need to delve into and fully explain. If you have any questions or clarifications, or even if you just want to know the spelling of a name, I know they can be extremely complicated. I've found that they're actually a lot harder to say than I thought, because I don't speak them aloud normally. But please comment below and I'll get to them in my next video. And don't forget to like and subscribe down below to receive updates on my uploading schedule and perhaps some featured stories I might read out for you guys. Who knows? So have a wonderful day, everyone.